Hi everybody, I'm Tamara and welcome to day 2 of our October 2024 set of 30-day booty exercises. Today we're going to stick with our same primal movement patterns of a squat and a lunge and a deadlift. We're going to mix it up a little bit, and as the month goes on we'll add a little bit more variety, but we want to get these basic primal movement patterns nailed down pretty well first. So I did not mention yesterday, but it's okay if you want to do this in shoes. It's okay if you want to do it barefoot. I really like to do my strength training barefoot because I like that extra bit of foot strength and ankle stability. But if you're more comfortable in shoes, totally fine. Please remember to grab a hold of a chair or kitchen counter or something if you need for balance. And please feel free to do it without the weights if you don't want to. So tomorrow we'll start using the mini band, but today we're going to use a dumbbell or a kettlebell or something heavy to get started. And we're going to start with a fun and exciting squat. You ready? Let's go. All right, I'm going to hold my weight at chest high today, although you are very welcome to make it a little easier to balance and a little bit easier to hold on to that weight if you hold it a little bit lower. I'm going to take the extra core work and a little bit extra effort by holding it nice and high today. So we're going to start with our legs nice and wide. You can turn your toes forward, you can turn your toes out. As long as your knees agree with where your toes are going, I'll get where you can see that a little better, then you're okay. And then we're going to take our wide stance, we're going to squat, and then we're going to lift one leg out to the side. And then land in that squat, and then lift the leg out to the other side. So I don't want you to stop there and go into the squat, but I want you to decelerate and then power out. Breath in, breath out. And there's a little bit of a suggestion of explosive power there if you want it. Or take your time. If balance is a little bit more of a concern, you can tap toe. So down, let me scooch back, out, inhale, and exhale. Breath in, breath out. Now, a little bit more to think about. Instead of letting that foot lift up, which is gonna put a little bit more of that work in your hip flexor, why don't you try and point that big toe down, lift with your hip, and you'll feel that work go a little bit more into your backside, your glute medius. Inhale, exhale. I want to do a total of 20 of these, but I'll remind you, if you care about getting that exactly right, please count along. So as we're decelerating, we're using the quadriceps as well as our hamstrings, glutes, lower back, abs, inner thighs, and glute medius. Working on the way up, working on the way down. Good, I'm gonna do 4 more. 1, that feels good. 2, 3, and 4. Good, first exercise done already. I'm just gonna tip my camera up just a touch. Nice chance to have a break. Now we're gonna do a lunge. So yesterday we did split squats where we kept that leg in place. Today we're gonna release that back leg. It's called an open chain exercise. It just means that you're losing that connection from the ground, putting that work into that supporting leg just a little bit more. So let's start with the right leg forward, left leg back. And we're gonna bend, bringing that left knee toward the floor and tap forward. Inhale, sink low. Exhale, tap up. So if you're holding that weight down low, totally okay. It might make you want to drop down with your chest. Go ahead and keep that up if you can. Having that weight a little higher might remove that temptation. I think that was about 8. If you want to make that a little bit harder for our last 7, you can float that leg up to a knee lift. really use your abdominals here. Pull them in tight. Everything is abdominal work if you play your cards right. Good. So I hope that was 15. Take a quick shake out. Catch that breath. Use your belly. Let's switch sides. Now your left leg is in front. We're going to bend that left knee and pull forward. Breath in, breath out. Inhale and exhale. Remember, a tap is just fine. Even if you did it the other way on the other leg, it's not that much of a difference. It's going to make you asymmetrical, or more asymmetrical than we already are. More important to feel safe. And remember that this is day 2. So there's a lot of time to get stronger, and it's going to happen. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, catching that balance, and 4. Nice job, guys. Let's take a quick little shake out, roll the shoulders, twist your spine, do something that feels good. If it feels restorative, it's going to be restorative. Now we're going to hold that one weight, whether it's a dumbbell or a kettlebell or a soup can. Hold that in your left hand. We're going to stand on our right leg, and we're going to do a single leg Romanian deadlift. So yesterday we did this on 2 legs. Today we're going to do it on 1 leg. And that gives you so much extra bang for your buck. It's harder, but not only are you working your glutes, but your hamstrings, your calves, your feet, your abs, your shoulders, your inner thighs, your outer thighs, your toes. And what I'm just trying to do, I'm just turning, I'm still on the same leg, but we're just gonna hinge and lift. So that supporting leg stays pretty, some of them are gonna look like that. That supporting leg is gonna stay pretty straight, but not locked. And then we squeeze that booty as we come back up. And if it feels wobbly, but you're successful, that means you're in exactly the right place. If it feels so easy that you're perfect, it's not hard enough to make you strong. If it feels too hard that you can't do it, it's too hard to make you strong. So you want to find that place, that sweet spot where you're moderately successful, which I hope I'm demonstrating. I'm going to do 2 more. That was probably way more than 15, but I'm going to go ahead and write 15 in the notes. Woo! Right there in the good stuff. I'm switching hands, I'm switching legs. So we're standing on the opposite foot from which we're holding the kettlebell or the weight. And that just helps us keep our center of gravity pretty close to the midline of our body. Makes the balance a little easier. If we're doing it over here, it's a little bit off center, makes the work a little harder. There's time for that. We'll see that later this month. I love these. If you need to walk out of it, take a break, wiggle your toes, please do. We're not here to be perfect. We're not even here to pretend to be perfect. We're just here to get a little uncomfortable together for a few more minutes. I prefer these to the 2-legged deadlift personally, because I like that extra bit of ankle stability, and I like that hip stability using the inner and outer thighs. That helps create better balance, and I think it helps create a little bit more excitement in that glute. I keep rotating as I'm coming up to talk to you, but you really want to try to come upright without overextending. So tip and rise. And as long as your thumb is getting under that kneecap, you've gone far enough. If you want to get all the way down to the floor and come back up again, you can. It's not necessary. A little bit of a point of diminished returns once you pass that 90-degree mark at the hip. I'm going to do 4 more, probably way more than 15, but I'm going to call it 15. I'm going to not rotate out of these last few to show you that I can do it with really good form. So good. That's going to be lifting up over the next 29 days. Nice job, guys. All right, how did I do today? A little bit shorter than yesterday. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll see you tomorrow.